Hi composition students, it's Miss Effler again. I'm here to give you a quick tour of week 1, and once you kind of get the hang of week 1, you'll be able to anticipate what the rest of the weeks in this course are going to look like. Anytime you log on to Blackboard, you will always be forced to this Start Here page with the announcements, so it's a good idea to check out the latest information from the course, what you're supposed to be doing for the week, if anything has kind of changed, or if I think something's really important for you to note, it will be on those announcements. But to get to the course assignments for the week, you'll scroll down to course assignments and then click on whatever unit we're working on. So the first week is in college readiness, but later in the semester we might start working on narrative, and you can go there to find the assignments that work with narrative. Super cool. I just got an email from Ms. Brown, so you guys know we're in communication. You saw it live or recorded here. So let's go ahead and check out week 1. When I click on the week 1 folder, it opens up and it starts with this video. Most weeks aren't going to have a video once you guys kind of get the hang of the structure for each week. The first piece of information you'll typically see is the due date. All of the work for this class is due on Saturday at 11:59 p.m. That doesn't mean that you have to wait until Saturday to do the work, or that you have to wait until Saturday to submit your work. You can submit your work when you have it finished, and you can start your work whenever you want to. It's just due on Saturday because that's the end of the week. Underneath the due date, we have the weekly objectives. These are important to read because you want to know what you're supposed to be learning at the end of each week. So this week is just getting comfortable with an online course, and it kind of dissects that into these sort of further objectives here. Underneath the objectives are the context and instructions for the week. The context kind of sets up the week for us. It tells us what it's helping us accomplish for maybe a larger assignment, or it kind of says we've been talking about this topic, so now we're going to apply it. This week, again, it's just learning how the class works and getting to know the people in the course, so instructors, tutors, other students. Then I have the instructions for the week. Now, the instructions are really important to read closely and pay careful attention to because they're the assignments for the week, or they are the readings that are going to help me accomplish the assignments for the week. So the instructions for this week are to view the Welcome to English 101 video at Cincinnati State. You guys have probably already watched that. It might have helped you find this week in the course, but again, it tells you to actively engage the video by taking notes and writing down any questions. You might not have done that on your first view. You also have to read the syllabus and the course document. While we could put those in week 1 because they're part of this week's work, we have them under course information in this syllabus and course document link because you'll be referencing those throughout the course. They have all of the instructions and criteria and a schedule for this class. The next instruction tells me to complete the reading strategies practice and that I can find it in this folder below. So there it is, it's right there underneath the context and instructions. I'm then told to introduce myself to the class, following the instructions in the Introduce Yourself folder. And then my final instruction for this week is to email my instructor using the instructions in the Email Your Instructor folder. You might have noticed that these folders aren't all nicely in a row because they're punctuated with this hello from Diane. So you'll want to take some time to read about Diane. Diane is a study skills tutor for this course. She can help you plan to manage your time effectively. So if you're looking at this list of these 5 instructions that you have to complete for this week and you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, Diane might be a nice person to contact. She can give you some ideas for completing the instructions for this week. If you did a nice close reading of the instructions, you might have also seen that some of them tell you to check out the ideas in the reading strategies folder. So even though some of these instructions are kind of put up here chronologically, like, yeah, you should view this video, maybe read the syllabus and course document before you complete any of the other assignments for this course, you can simultaneously kind of use the reading strategies practice to make sure that you're doing a nice close reading of this syllabus and course document. If I open up the reading strategies folder, I kind of get an overview of reading strategies, and then I am given a link to a reading strategies handout, and I've got a couple videos to watch. I'm also introduced to another tutor at Cincinnati State. This is a reading specialist. If you're finding some of these college level texts, for example, the reading strategies handout that's from a different university but is a text for this course, you can always contact Sandy. She's super helpful, and she's got this PowerPoint here that she has narrated, so you'll want to make sure that your sound is on to be able to hear her. She's got this PowerPoint where she introduces herself and tells you a little bit more about how she can help. She has a wealth of information to help you do some nice close reading for this course, which is going to be really important. The reading strategies practice, which was one of those instructions, is here. Make sure that anytime you're taking a test or submitting an assignment that you read those instructions carefully, that you read them a few times, that maybe you use some tools from Reading Strategies or Sandy to help you make sure that you are completing them thoroughly and as best as you can. Although this is called a test, it is not for a grade, and you can take it as many times as you like. If you're nervous about test taking in Blackboard, there's this cute little video you can watch for an overview of taking that test. The test also has some instructions. It says before you begin, make sure that you have closely read and engaged with this course's syllabus and course document. That probably means you're going to be asked some questions about those texts in this test. Let's check out that next folder really quickly. The next folder that we have is introducing yourself. This is a discussion board where you get to tell the class a little bit about yourself. We'll be doing a lot of discussion boards in this course, so you want to make sure that you're really comfortable with this format before you actually have to do a discussion board that's graded. So you don't want to be nervous about having to post a discussion board when you should really be nervous about the content of the assignment that you're going to post on the discussion board. So this is practice again, but it's also giving us some information about you. There's some prompts to help us get to know you that you will want to answer, and there's also some tips. My favorite tip is to make sure you write any sort of post that's going to go on the internet in a word processing program first. And again, we have this nice video from Blackboard to help you out if you get stuck. Week 1, the final instruction that you have is to make sure you are emailing instructors. There's instructions, sample email, and then a link for sending them email, as well as a video for sending an email through Blackboard. I would like to think that you are pretty proficient at emailing, but if you're doing it through Blackboard, it's a little bit different. And I want you to get really comfortable emailing using Surge Mail, using Blackboard to contact me, because I hope that you will contact me if you have any questions or concerns or need any kind of clarification. We like hearing from you, and anytime you ask a question, it helps me make things better. And it's probably not a question that just you have, but probably a question that the whole class might need addressed. All right, so that's a quick overview of week 1 and kind of how the weeks for this class are organized. I'm looking forward to hearing from you in those emails, and you can always ask me a question in that format if you have anything come up as you are thinking about the assignments for this week. Don't wait until the last minute to get started. It's kind of a lot to do, but again, still some low stakes stuff. We're just kind of in the practice mode here, but can't wait to hear from you. Talk to you later. Bye.